Hey everyone, welcome back to Guitars, Whiskey, and Golf. I wanted to kind of share my shopping haul today for whiskeys that I got, and I also wanted to share an experience that I'm having with whiskeys and a tool that I'm using to help me find good bargains out there. Uh, like I've mentioned in some of my previous videos, the prices that are being charged for some of these bourbons and ryes and other spirits is crazy. It's really expensive. So one thing I've started to do is to use drizzly.com as a shopping tool. So I don't necessarily recommend ordering through Drizzly. I did have a bad experience with them. Um, and if you want to know what that experience is, just drop me a comment and I'll share it with you. But what I do use Drizzly for is if I'm looking for a specific bottle, I'll type in my area and type in that bottle, hit search, boom, say 3 liquor stores within a 15-mile radius of the house pops up, and you can see, okay, all 3 have it. This is what they're all charging. And then rather than having it delivered to your house through Drizzly, you can, go pick it up yourself if you find it at a price point that you're looking for. So I use Drizzly as a shopping tool and a way to compare prices between liquor stores in my area and make sure that I'm at least paying a fair price. And if it's something that I really want, okay, well, it'll help me find that bottle that I couldn't necessarily find by driving around all day long. So check that out, drizzly.com. Use it as a shopping tool, a price comparison tool, but caution, I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying through Drizzly. So, just to share a couple of experiences that I had today. So, um, using Drizzly, I found that one of my local liquor stores had Buffalo Trace. Now, as you know, Buffalo Trace is that distillery, Buffalo Trace Distillery's sort of entry level bourbon. This is a $25 bourbon. I picked it up for 25 bucks. I found it on Drizzly, saw that my local liquor store had a bunch in stock, so I ran down there and picked it up at 25 bucks. I've seen this for as much as 50 bucks in liquor stores. So that's an example of how, using something like Drizzly can help you find something and then also find it at a reasonable price. Buffalo Trace is a really good bourbon. So shout out to my buddy Jeff Zimfer. I believe this is his favorite bourbon for old fashions. I don't know if it still is, but at one time it was. So if you can find this at 25 bucks, pick it up. It's a very good bourbon, and at that price, it's totally worth it. Next, I picked up another Buffalo Trace product, Sazerac Rye. Now, here is a crazy story. I walked into a liquor store in my area. They had Sazerac Rye behind the counter in their allocated section. They wanted 80 bucks for it. Sazerac is a $35 bottle of rye. So I passed on that. I'm like, no way. I'm not paying 80 bucks for that. I drove to another liquor store in my area. They also had it behind their counter, so in their sort of allocated shelf, but they were selling it for 35 bucks. So picked it up for what it should cost, which is 35 bucks. Then the last bourbon I picked up is Blue Note Juke Joint Whiskey. This is a store pick. It's uncut and unfiltered, so this is 122 proof, and I picked it up for $35. So, as we all know, generally a cask strength whiskey, uncut from the barrel, and this is, by the way, a single barrel store pick. So, generally those store picks, single barrels, uncut at barrel strength, are easily going to run you 70 bucks. 75 bucks. So great pickup. I'll do a review of this sometime in the near future to give you an idea, because this is becoming more readily available, And this is one of the few barrel strength bourbons out there at like a $35 price point. So Blue Note Juke Joint Whiskey, uncut, unfiltered, barrel strength, 35 bucks. Sazerac Rye, 35 bucks. And Buffalo Trace, 25 bucks. And again, so, use something like Drizzly to search your local market, find bourbons and whiskeys priced reasonably, um, and don't fall victim to the hype. Don't be paying 40, 45, $50 for Buffalo Trace when it's a $25 whiskey. So I hope that helps. And I hope that gives you some hope that there are good whiskeys out there at good prices. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.